One of Museveni's stooges, Chisachama, who is also by the public servant, revealed on how they are going to steal elections. He said this.
Tunagenda okwera sawa kumwira kitundu nga buli omu akaabira mu lubuto lwa maama we ne tunagenda okwera mukaaga nga pulezidenti omutuufu amaze omulangirira kati ababadde babbira wano akalulu emasiini ejja kulonda emu eyinza okulonda abantu 2 kati munaba mukuuma ki kati abagenda okwekalakaasa mwanguwe kubanga Museveni yawangudde dda omanyi baagala nnyo balimbalimba muddawo mala ebiseera mwe temuyinza kujjako gavumenti temusobola kati nga mwagijjako ddi diro mwamulonda neevaako mwamugenda ddi omulonda neevaako era emyaka ago abakalakasaaga ate mukyakaabira omu omulwadde n'omulala akutuka olumala Museveni owengabi asikira ow'omutima ani asikira owengabi kati Museveni azaala gwe azaala nze nzanzaala azaala ani mwana mutoba mukulu kati kadingo ne genero ani ayinza okulembera eggwanga ani akulembera eggwanga ate aliiridde eggwanga yaani genero yakulembera kati okuzaala obulungi tetumuvunaana kino kibabulira leero nze muyambi wa pulezidenti Museveni eriiso lye lisigadde liri ku muhoozi obwanga bamwe bwonna mubukyuse mubulire gye lumuhoozi ayina okulembera eggwanga lino oba oyagala oba toyagala ekisooka genero taata we yamuzaala buki gwe mwagala akulembera eggwanga kadingo oba oyagala Museveni oba tomwagala tulina okubeera mu mirembe kati oba olugambo oyagala kulembera eggwanga noyimira katuuti novuma pulezidenti ali mu ntebe mbugwe oyagala kulembera Museveni musobola emirundi dakiika 2 n'ogwa banangala kalo tebajja kutulangirira gwe wennyini gwe oyogeredde ebyo olaba nze kati olaba ne Museveni bwatwawadde ave mu ofisi musivaamu kale nze ndyewa kati ate ye.
Statements coming from public servant telling people that even if they vote, they shouldn't expect change, telling voters that they are ready to steal an election. And we don't see a press conference from the police, a press conference from the army, we start getting scared. Yet had it been that one of the opposition member was saying that, we could see press conferences even with the Electoral Commission. Remember, by the way, Sam Kama is just a loud mouth who normally tells things that are done by the Uganda police and those who have bigger powers than him. I know Sam Kama's capacity may not do a lot, but he's echoing sentiments of those in government who have power and have normally done that. Case in example, there are some constituencies in Tungam who voted 100%. In history, there is no, in a democracy, there is no polling station that can vote 100%, where no people get sick, no people traveled, no people was not there, no person gets late. There's none, but we clearly see those things. So those statements must not be taken for granted. So the purpose of this video, I've come to tell you how the regime is hell-bent on subjugating our constitution, how the Electoral Commission is incompetent without coming out to buttress itself, and most importantly, the sedimentaries we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If your politics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, Chacha Mokama, those who are forgetting, is the same person who put out his pants and showed the battles to the whole world as he was abusing the Uganda kingdom, although later he came out to apologize. For him coming out to say such statements of planning violence and stealing elections, they are not just statements. He's echoing a certain base from within government, because we've seen soldiers who have come out to campaign for the regime, contrary to our constitution. I think one of the commanders, is it a lady who was oversighting the fisheries, campaigned for General Kaguta Museveni. Generals are coming out to do politics. You may think the police is an NRM wing. the way the UPDF conducts itself from the opposition leader, it is even worse. So such a Mukama is all calling our statement that is being done by a section of very many NRM members. In fact, he also said this.
Museveni de wotule bonaka mu manokendo okulwa tujja kukubemboko temulo atibo balimba katozifune ngolwana amazima ge mutya onalemesa kabanda zonyina abantu babiri akaluka ino okugwanga mbakubye aba bonena bakuba kumbafune bitu bibiri ate muteke kamala ate mkuume kwa mugenda biraba nyino kuba kusazi owegomba member parliament wa east oyo omusajja asusa okuvuma Museveni oli taata wange gwavuma owoku nyino twalayo box nze nyina okubba ku bululu kubanga eyantuma Ntebe taata wange bamuwangule nga nebase waliwo obusajja bwabadde awo empigi ngawono nga bavuma oyo omukyala babamupangidde ono minister era agenda beera member parliament tewaliyo musaala gwa nupu tewaliyo musaala gwe NRM emisaala giva mu consolidated fund musawo yeggwanga eki ng'okyavuma Museveni obubbi nekyagulanyi muvumiremu omusaala emiliyoni ezigenda mu 810 ze bafuna bonna bazifuna okuva Museveni yateekako omukono teri gavumenti ya nupu efuna sente buli myezi 3 tubawo obumbi 3 baziba ddwaliro liriwa nti ebyaffe bibi.
That is Kisa Kyamukama. Those statements, by the way, if you're in a credible democracy, even if they are not yet done, would be called to make a statements about that. We could see the Electoral Commission coming out to comment about that. We only see Electoral Commission coming out to make statements when an opposition maybe has done something. Okay, if they are coming out on the opposition, if it has done things, the same must be applied on those in government who want to break the law. When we see such statements, it only emboldens those who are planning to do so. For example, even when a person was planning to do so and then hear Kyamukama saying those statements, he will also come out to do that boldly. And as we continue, we are reaping a seed of discourse. We are reaping a seed that is going to be dangerous to our nation. Yet, we are keeping quiet. As a person, I'm still young. I can still be in Uganda for the next 50 years. It doesn't mean that I may not die tomorrow, but at least a person with my age can still stay in this nation for the next 60 years or 50. Okay? It means that we have a duty of building this nation. Those statements are supposed to be called out. Institutions, government should also come out and address themselves on those statements before Uganda catches fire. This is how failed nations start, with such statements. Okay, which is unfortunate. Of course, as my opinion remains yours truly, Mr. Makinde, Sulaiman Mahagal. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.